Hey everybody, the Ryder Cup starting tomorrow, and there's plenty of offers to be had with all the bookmakers. So if you're not really too hot on your golf, or you've never really bet on golf before anyway, then hopefully I'll give you some information in this video that will help you make some profits over the weekend. So firstly, what is the Ryder Cup? It's a golf tournament between the USA and Europe. So there'll be 12 players playing for the USA and 12 players playing for Europe, and they just basically play against each other in various matches. And then every match they win, the points get added onto the respective teams. So if the USA player wins, the USA get a point, and same with Europe. And then at the end of the weekend, the team with the most points wins the Ryder Cup. So yeah, as I said, there's plenty of offers to be getting stuck in with, and the tournament is 3 days. So it starts on Friday morning around 7 o'clock in the morning, UK time, and it'll go on until Sunday around 5 o'clock in the evening. There's no set time, but it's around when the closing ceremony will be, and so all the offers will finish by then. So one thing to note, when you do these offers, especially the outright ones, your funds will be tied up until Sunday. So if you place any bets on one of the outright markets, on someone to win or someone to be the top scorer, top point scorer, then you won't get your money back into your exchange or into the bookie until Sunday evening. So just bear that in mind when you're doing some of these offers. Right, okay, so if you go over to our blog, I've written a guide just explaining what the Ryder Cup is, how it all works, and just listed some of the most profitable offers as well that you can be doing over the weekend. So just head over to our blog. It's the very first post that you just saw me click on, and in here I'll break down the 3 different types of matches that there are, because some of the bets will require you to place a bet on a foursome, a 4-ball, or a singles match. Now, I actually didn't really know what they were until just recently, when I was looking into golf. It's quite easy. I mean, they're named something that you wouldn't even know what that meant, but I'll try and explain for you. And if you go onto the Ryder Cup guides, then you'll see down here there's a little thing that you can click to expand, and it will go into more detail. But essentially, a foursome is just a 2v2 match. So it will be a European player and 2 European players and 2 USA players, and they basically just go head to head in a game, and then the winning team, so the 2 USA players win, or the 2 European players win, will win a point towards their team for the Ryder Cup as a whole. And it's exactly the same with 4 balls. The only difference is with the foursome, they're playing with 1 ball. So you have 2 American players, for example. One of them will hit the ball, the other one will then take the second shot, the first guy will then take the third shot, and so on. So they're playing with the exact same ball, trying to get it into the hole. And then with the 4 balls, they have their own ball. So basically the 2 American players will have a ball each. They'll both tee off, they'll both play the hole separately with their own balls, and then whoever gets the lowest score wins that hole, obviously. And so they've basically got 2 chances to win the hole. And then the singles, which is only on the Sunday, that's obviously just one person playing against another person, similar to like a tennis match, and there's 12 matches that go on. With the 4 balls and the foursome, it's Friday and Saturday, both of these. So there'll be a couple of foursomes and a couple of 4 balls on Friday, and then again on Saturday there'll be a couple of foursomes and a couple of 4 balls, and then the singles are only taking place on Sunday. So Sunday is singles day. There's 12 players in the teams, as I said, so that means there's going to be 12 singles matches. However, not every player is playing all the 4 balls and foursomes, which it might sound like irrelevant information, but there is a couple of offers down here that require you to bet on a certain player to be the top scorer, and you'll get a free bet every time he wins. If he's not playing a foursome or a 4-ball, then you're not going to get as many free bets if he does win, because it's less matches he's playing. He's guaranteed to play the singles, but he's not guaranteed to play all of the other ones. So just bear that in mind. So firstly, I'll just show you some of the offers. We've got pre-tournament offers on there, and we've also got daily offers. The pre-tournament ones obviously have to be placed before the tournament starts. Now, I said it starts around 7 o'clock on Friday morning. It could be 15-20 minutes either way, not sure, depending on weather and stuff as well. So just basically get your bets done sort of by midnight Thursday night if possible. I'd say like no later than 2-3 in the morning if you're a night owl and you want to stay up. Just don't do your bets literally 10 minutes before, because some of the bookmakers might make the market go in play as well a little bit early, and it has happened to me before with sporting events. So just make sure you do them all sort of the night before, and then that will qualify you for the tournament. And then with the daily offers, these pretty much have to be done in play. So wait until they've teed off at 7. You can always find the information online. As soon as it's in play, you're pretty much good to do these offers. Each of them have their own different terms, though. One of them require you to bet on like the Friday. The others can be done any time over the weekend, for example. So yeah, if you just come onto this page, you'll see the list of offers. There's one or two that might have appeared after you've watched this video that we may have found later on, because we are recording this on Thursday afternoon, and obviously there might be some announced by Friday. So if that's the case, we'll definitely try and whack them on here if they're profitable and worth your time. But if they're not on here, it's likely that they're not really that profitable, or it's not worth your time. So yeah, that's pretty much one thing to bear in mind. Right, okay, so I need to show you the outright offers quickly. So William Hill will require you to bet on the top points scorer. And I just wanted to quickly mention this because it can be quite confusing to some people. You'll notice that I've got the markets underneath the offers, which we don't normally have. That's because the markets on the tournament can be quite confusing, especially when you're trying to navigate the exchange. So rather than looking for the golf, so this one here, you need to bet on the top point scorer. If I go onto the exchange, click on golf, and then I click on Ryder Cup, and then top point scorer, you might not know which one it is. It's this one here, top overall scorer. Just to save you hassle having to go through and navigate any things that like might confuse people, I've just put the market on here because it's just a lot easier. But the only bets that you need to place, I think, were on the outright winner, and then the other one was the top points scorer. And by the top point scorer, it means overall. So if you'll see on Betfair, they've got a top European scorer and a top USA scorer. That's basically the top points in the European team and the top points in the USA team. You need to ignore these ones completely. The only bets that I've seen so far, anyway, the offers are on the overall scorer. So if you are betting on anything to do with the points, like overall, it's probably going to be this market here. If it's on the page here, then obviously just click the market. Click the button with the market, and it'll take you straight there. So how do you make money off it? You can obviously use any of these offers. The daily offers and the pre-tournament offers will make you a lot of money. And then there's also price boosts from OddsMonkey. So if you haven't got an OddsMonkey subscription yet, definitely go over there. Obviously we'll have a link in our description of the YouTube channel, where you can get your trial. But I literally saw one earlier, and if you go onto their website and just go to the existing customer offers and offers you found, there'll be a price boost, no chat. And I always praise this thread because it's literally, the best thing ever. You can just make £2 just at the click of a finger. Every time you get a little notification, it's going to be money you can make. And the one before, where was it? It was this one here. Fleetwood to be the top Euro point scorer at 11 and 8.6. Now, at £100 stake, which you could actually get on that was over £30 profit. And that's literally within 2 seconds. And obviously it's going to tie up a fair bit of money, like £700–800. However, it's only until Sunday. So, if you're not going to use the money over the weekend anyway, then get on it. And that was just one boost, and there's bound to be plenty of these coming up over the next couple of days. So make sure you get on OddsMonkey and get on the price boost threads, as it's going to be massive. And then obviously you've got these offers here, and there'll also be offers on your email inboxes as well. The page that I've got here are just the main ones that we've seen that are available for everybody, but there'll be so many more in your inbox. Maybe not more, but there'll be like ones that are just tailored for you, or ones that for a certain amount of people but not for everybody. So definitely keep an eye on your inboxes as well, and keep an eye on the price boosts, because the price boosts are absolutely huge, and they can be a really good money maker, maybe more so than the offers themselves. So yeah, one final thing to just say is we've got a Facebook group, obviously, so most of you that are watching this are probably in it. We're going to put a post up every day with just sort of like a discussion thread. So day 1 on Friday we'll have a post, day 2 we'll have a dedicated post on Saturday, and then Sunday, which is the final day, we'll have a dedicated post, just to keep things more organised. If you found any offers or any boosts, or you just want some help, then just post in that dedicated thread. We'll make sure it's at the top of the page for you as well, so you can easily find it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you do have any questions about the golf, obviously I've tried to write as much detail as I can on here as possible. I didn't really understand it a couple of weeks ago, and now it's it does actually make sense. So if you are struggling, or you do want any advice or guidance, then definitely do get in touch, and I'll try and help you out myself as well. So yeah, drop the video a like, obviously, as always, and good luck making your profits this weekend. Thank you.